While the man was working up a sweat at the gym, he had no idea that death was already closing in on him. He was a professional hitman suffering from Alzheimer's disease, a condition that was nothing short of deadly for someone in his line of work. Before every job, he had to write the target's information on his arm, terrified that he'd forget his mission in the next instant. This time, the target would appear at a hospital, and he'd already planned every step in advance. Though Alzheimer's plagued his mind, whenever he was lucid, he was still just as lethal. In mere seconds, he could turn his target into a cold, lifeless corpse. But just as he was about to make his getaway, something went wrong. His car keys, which he'd left under the sun visor, had mysteriously vanished. His worsening condition was slowly eroding his assassin's instincts. He traveled to Texas to visit an old friend and handler named Maury. This time, he came with an announcement. His health was deteriorating, and he planned to retire for good. Maury was surprised. The decision came out of nowhere. Still, he handed over one last contract, hoping the old pro would handle just one final job. Nathan, the hitman, wanted to say no, but he couldn't bring himself to refuse an old friend. Reluctantly, he accepted the mission. That same night, in a community in northern Texas, police raided a criminal hideout they had been investigating for over a year. A young girl was rescued, but the operation was far from a success. According to their intelligence, they should have uncovered a massive trafficking network, but when the pimp was killed, all leads vanished. The commander, Gerald, was furious. Vincent, the lead agent, had been too reckless, ruining the entire operation. After a year of joint work with Mexican authorities and huge investments of time and resources, it was all for nothing. Their only hope now was the rescued girl, Leon, if she could provide any useful information. But the girl had been completely brainwashed by her pimp. Vincent tried everything to get her to talk, but Leon wouldn't say a word. She even claimed she'd rather go back to the pimp than stay here. Vincent had no choice but to send her to Child Protective Services, hoping that once she settled into a new environment, she'd eventually open up. But Vincent had no idea. He'd just run out of time, because the girl's name was already written in Nathan's kill ledger.